Hello and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lise, and today I am going to be making a vegan, spicy Szechuan lo mein noodles, or chow mein noodles. I really am not totally clear on the difference between them. I think that lo mein noodles are softer and tend to highlight more of the sauce, and chow mein highlights more of the contents, the meat and the vegetables sort of thing. I'm not totally clear on that, but what I am clear on is that I found this 5-pound bag of vegan stir-fry noodles at my local Asian market yesterday, and it was $5.99 for 5 pounds of these noodles. So I'm going to make something from them now, only a pound though, I'm not going to use the whole 5 pounds. I'm trying to cut down my consumption of pasta, which that does not do anything to aid. So I'm going to really load this up with veggies and stuff. I'm going to start with this wok. I'm going to wipe it out real quick. Hang on. Okay. Going to add about 2 teaspoons of hot chili oil. If you don't like spicy food, don't use hot chili oil. Just use either regular olive oil, or I'm going to also add sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. While this is still cool enough to touch, I'm going to swirl this around in here. Try to get the surface covered. And I'm going to add, in this container, this giant container, I hope I can fit all this in here, I'm very ambitious. In this container I have 1 small red onion that I diced, 2 small little heads of broccoli, florets, about a cup of purple cabbage, chopped, about half a dozen button mushrooms, 5 or 6 carrots, half of a red bell pepper, half of a yellow bell pepper, about 2 dozen snow peas sliced up, and about 6 or 7 Chinese long beans or green beans sliced up. OMG, that is a lot of veggies. I'm also going to add, because I have it, I'll add it at the end, but this is a chopped up about a half of a tofurkey. They have a ham thingy-majiggy that I recorded a review of and put it out closer to Easter. But I have it, and I'm going to add it to be the meat component in this veggie dish. All right, this is going to take a little bit to cook down, so I'm going to not make you watch me do that, and I will come back when these things are ready to have the rest of the stuff added to them. Okay, I'm back. It's been about, I would say, 5 minutes. I added a little bit of water, maybe half a cup of water, to this big giant bowl of vegetables so that I could steam them a little bit. So now I'm going to get into this. Really, I kind of went crazy and I made I think this is officially called a fuck ton. I have about half of that bag of the noodles. It's a good 2.5 pounds of the noodles that I'm going to add to this, but I'm going to add the spices and sauces and stuff first. I'm going to add in, let's see. First of all, I've got an 8-ounce can of water chestnuts. This is completely optional. In fact, the whole vegetable combination I have, there's also a zucchini in here. The whole vegetable combination I have in here is random and up to you. You can add what you have. You don't even have to have any vegetables at all. You could just do noodles with the sauce. But like I said, I'm trying to keep my pasta consumption down by cooking 2.5 pounds of it. So yeah, that was my theory behind all these vegetables, which, again, I really overdone it. I could cater a fucking wedding with this, but that ship has sailed, so I gotta get into it. In this I have 4 tablespoons of light soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. These soy sauces are different than just regular table soy sauces you get at a Chinese restaurant or whatever. The dark soy sauce is very thick and syrupy, almost like halfway to molasses thickness, and adds a lot of dark color to your noodles and a lot of flavor. So half light and half dark. If you can't find them in your local Asian market or at your regular market, you can certainly get them on Amazon. So I'm going to add that. Okay. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of ginger. This is, I like to buy it already jarred, minced in a jar like this. It's so much more convenient to use that way. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of, this is Chinese rice cooking wine, not rice vinegar, rice cooking wine. I'm adding it. If you don't have it or can't access it, just blow it off. But I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of that. You know, if you don't have it, use rice vinegar. Really. It's not the same, but it's not big of enough difference that it should affect anything very much. I'm going to add just a teaspoon of agave for some sweetness. And I'm going to add a pinch of Chinese, I'm going to add a teaspoon of Chinese five spice. And I'm going to add this tofurkey faux ham, because why the hell not? And I'm going to stir this around to combine it. This little burner that I cook on here sometimes doesn't conduct heat quite as thoroughly as my stove does. It takes things longer on this little burner because it just doesn't spread heat out with the same aggression that your stove at home, my stove here, would. I'm going to add 4 cloves of garlic. I probably should have added these to hot oil and let them fry a little bit, but I missed that, so I'm putting in 4 cloves of garlic minced in now too. At least now we know they won't burn. And I'm going to add 6 of these little bird's eye Thai chilies. I split them in half. They're like little lobster claws now. That's going to add a lot of spice. You don't really eat these when the dish is cooked, but they're very, very optional. If you don't want a spicy dish, then don't add that. All right, I'm going to actually transfer this to my real stove so I can cook this a little bit. And actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to add, because this extra sauce in here is going to go really nicely with the noodles. So I'm going to add them. Look at this. This is a serious amount of noodles. Wow, what am I thinking? I'm going to have to feed some people. I'm going to have a dinner party or something to get this consumed. Oh, my word. All right. Wow. All right. And the final thing I'm going to add, and this is also optional, I just happen to be a really, really, really big fan of it, and that is Thai basil, this little bouquet of Thai basil. Regular basil works too. Thai basil is a little bit different. You could use holy basil, or they have a spicy basil. It doesn't matter. Thai basil is just, it just smells like so fresh and clean, as it does regular sweet basil. But it's just, I don't know, it's got this distinctly Thai element to it. So, optional, of course. I'm going for it. I'm just adding a couple of, I would say, half a cup of it. I'm not even chopping it. I'm putting it in there whole. Why not? I have it all, so I have a whole bunch, so I'm not going to use all of it, but okay. And that's it, really. I'm going to heat this through, and when the noodles and everything are heated through and the sauce is all set, like soaked up into the noodles, it's ready to be eaten. Just needs to be warm. And see how easy that was? This is an outrageous amount of food. So, if you're not feeding a large family or aren't prepared to have a bunch of leftovers, whoops, and don't want to eat the same thing for a month, I recommend that you modify the recipe down in quantity a bit, because this really is a boatload. And with that, that is my recipe for spicy Szechuan noodles. Chow mein noodles, lo mein noodles, stir-fry noodles. I don't know. I don't really know what the difference is. If anybody out there is an expert and can explain to me what the real difference is, I would love to know. This is my Instagram and Twitter handles. Please subscribe. Subscribing lets me know that you're watching and that you like what I'm doing. I do often feel a little bit like I'm sending messages out in a bottle. I'm just working here in a vacuum, and I'm almost up onto my 100th recipe I've posted on this channel. So it's nice to get feedback when I get it. And so there. That's that. Until next time. Bye.